Happy Sunday. Well, today's Dear Madam Adam is a little different because I am not at home yet. There you go. Hello. Hi. Welcome. It's good to see everyone. Didn't even pull my cards out yet. Excuse me. Hello. How is Hollywood treating you? Well, very well. I've been having a lovely week. I flew out here on Monday. And yeah. It's been lovely. Last night, Sinesia was great. I posted about it. My hoodie. So I had a good time. The movie was great, as always. I forgot how good the Texas Chainsaw Massacre really is, like in general. 50 years, still holds up. Not scary, but definitely fucked up. And I haven't seen the original in quite some time. I'm partial to the early 2000s remake, I think it was. That one's really fun, gory, gross, you know. So it was a great time. And it's nice that when you get up in the morning, October is fabulous because when you get up in the morning, it's still spooky season. Everybody agrees that, oh yeah, it's still October. It's not strange to want to do scary things. First scene in the car, yeah. You pulled cards for 4,000 viewers. Yes, I did. So what happened was, I was hired by Prime Video, and you're going to see some stuff, some content come out of that in the coming weeks. And I was hired to do Sinesia, and sorry, my cards are falling all over the place. These little ones, it's hard to. I'm used to bigger. What can I say? So it was hired by Prime Video to do Sinesia, and it was a sold out affair. So I had a little tent that they set up for me, which I was super happy with because it literally looked like a tent that I would set up at a convention. And I was like, perfection. So it was great, looked great. And shot some footage, did some things. And then I read for the general people that were attending. They could wait in line and I could read them personally. And then Janelle Monáe did a DJ set. And I didn't know it was her at first because I was working. And then like I went around backstage and there was this person dressed up as Leatherface behind the DJ booth. And it was, it's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie that we're all watching. So, and it was Janelle. It was Janelle in a Leatherface mask. I never saw her physical face because we were walking around together. They were ushering us around to go to like the photo booth and stuff that was there and everything. Shook her hand. She's super cute. Very nice. And but yeah, after her DJ set, they brought me on to do a live collective reading for the sold out attendees, which was about 4,000 people. So yeah. enjoy your horror movies. I don't get the appeal of the scare factor, the gore, or whatever else. You have fun. So it's listen, we have emails to get to as well, so don't worry. And we're gonna do some tarot. I'm not gonna be taking calls or texts today because I'm in my hotel room still, so we're only gonna do emails. So if you want to write in, you can totally do that. But so yeah, horror movies. Listen, I was not a fan, and I fully respect Michelle. I fully respect your opinion everywhere, as is. But I have a horror movie sleeve of a leg sleeve of horror movie characters. Scary movies are my favorite type of movies. Scary books are my favorite type of books. And I think that I think they're fascinating. It's not so much a like, ooh, I love blood and guts, but I love knowing or finding out why the blood and guts is there. How did that happen? You know, how did that happen? What is scary movies? The horror genre is to me more interesting story wise than a happily ever after thing. I think that every romantic movie is the fucking same. I think that's boring. People think, and I think a slow burn kind of romantic period thing couldn't be me. Unless there's some witchcraft involved, unless there's some supernatural shit going on, I'm not interested. You know, I volley between true crime and horror. And true crime, I think, is fascinating because it's just we as human beings are fascinating, and like what people are capable of, you know, and like the way that I'm gonna kind of go off the rails here for a second, and I hope you guys resonate and understand what I'm saying with this, and that I'm not crazy, but it's knowing that you have had like similar intrusive or dark thoughts about something, like been in a public place and been like, or been alone with one person in a public place, and you're like, this bitch could fucking stab me right now in this elevator. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not, it's not, it's sometimes true crime I think is fascinating because it's that taking that intrusive thought too far for that person, and like how far and how capable people are to do weird things. I don't know. This is a great conversation for noon and or 9 o'clock in the morning. But but yeah, I grew up liking a lot of like sci-fi, and I was not a big horror fan until we went to a haunt in upstate New York, and I got scared the bejesus out of me, and I was the only one crying around my cousin and her soccer team of all girls that were at least, oh, I don't know, 11 or 12, and I was 13, I think, and no, I was 11 or 12. They were like 9 or 10, I think. But anyway, I was the older party and the only presenting male in the group, and I was the only one crying. And I was like, wow, this is embarrassing. No one else is even bothered by any of this shit. So I basically rented everything I could from Blockbuster that was scary and kind of made myself sit in my room and watch it and desensitize myself. And then I started to really enjoy like the special effects and like the way that we make movies and stuff, and which has always been a fascinating process to me. But it's a more, to me, scary movies and the horror genre is a more honest version of storytelling. It's a way to kind of tell the truth, I think, in a really frightening kind of way, if that makes sense. Everything else is kind of predictable, you know? So it's not, to me, for me at least, it's not like, yeah, blood, guts, and gore. Like tattoos hurt, man. I love tattoos, but tattoos hurt. So I love piercings, but they fucking hurt. I love scary movies, but they're fucking scary, you know, but I love it. And I do love the thrill. Like, as an example, my husband and I are big theme park junkies. Um, so we love a thrill. And to me, horror movies and scary things are kind of a way to get that thrill at home. Listen, it could be worse, bitch. I could be smoking meth. Okay. It could be worse. You know what I'm saying? At least let us have our horror. And if I will say another thing about the horror community, um, I love going to horror conventions. I will be at Spooky Empire in Orlando this coming next weekend. And out of all of the communities of people that and conventions that I go to, horror ones are my favorite kinds of people to read and to meet because they're so polite and nice and kind and grateful that you're there. Um the best people are at the horror conventions. And I think it's all because we're a little broken. It's all because we're a little fucked up in the head. We've seen some things, we've experienced some stuff, and we like dark shit. You know? So like being a light in this um in this horror community is at a convention is fab, you know? So yeah, horror conventions are my favorite ones to go to. Um, yeah. Yeah. So happy birthday, Mimi. Welcome to the live. Um, so yeah, I've been in LA. I did the Halloween Horror Nights out here as well, which is smaller for sure, and definitely not as good as Orlando. There are parts of Universal Hollywood that I enjoy more than some of the things that we have in Orlando. Um, but the houses seem a bit more, I don't know how to put it, but they seem a bit more like community theater. You know what I'm saying? There's like a community theater vibe. I don't know. Like there's a lot of drapes and things, and there's a lot of dark corners that have nothing in them. They're just like transition rooms. And it's like you go like this a lot. You go through like hanging shit, like just hanging tarps, tapestries, fabric, curtains. You just go through shit like the whole time. And I feel like I'm doing the breaststroke again. Like it's like fucking wild. So Orlando, again, Disneyland, Universal Hollywood, Orlando, we just have space. We have the space to do like truly immersive things. The stuff in California doesn't have the as much immersion as we have. Even in our studios. Oh yes, I know what a rip tour is. Yeah. Yeah, Hollywood is basically a studio, wasn't meant to be a theme park. Right. Like, and I love that. I love that it's a studio. My favorite part was the tram, the terror tram. Um, but yes, no, it's and like what we can't just let that be what it is. We can't just let it be, you know, and let Orlando be the theme park, you know? I mean, it's obvious because it's like they're just putting shit on the mountain. They're putting shit on them. You take 4 escalators. I got vertigo going down there. Um so yeah, it's Orlando is built for that. You know what I mean? We have some studios and stuff as well. We have the old Nickelodeon studios and stuff, and they still shoot things in there, I think. And but yeah, it's not as it's they just don't have the space to make it really like. And I wasn't scared once, and that might be because I might be because I'm numb. Right, bear that in mind. It might be because I'm just simply numb now. But I was like, "Ooh, what are you doing?" You know, like and someone pops out at you and makes a loud noise, you're gonna, you know. But I wasn't scared by any means and anything. But yeah, I had a great time though. I had a lot of fun, got a buzz, walked around, did all the houses. I had Express. I got to do the weekend twice. Um, the second time I did it, it was obvious that the scare actors, the characters, they were not there in some scenes, in some rooms, which is disappointing because it's like I used my Express on this, and now like I saw it. It was the first thing I went to because I loved the weekend house and we had it in Orlando. And the second time, the first time I went through it, there was a part where the weekend is on a table and like someone is sawing his head in half into a rotating saw thing. And the second time I did it, it was just him on the table and nobody there, and another room of him just on a table and nobody there. And I'm like, bro, like, I understand like being in between things, but y'all just opened up and we're already like missing actors. Like, come on. So yeah, Orlando definitely takes the cake with the horror nights. I just wanted to see what some of the things were. And there were some things that we don't have that were pretty cool, you know? There's like a dead zone, something, zombie, something, something. And that one was pretty cool. Their Van Helsing is nothing like ours. But I was mad that like their Frankenstein is alive in the Van Helsing house, in the Bloodlines house. They have a Bloodlines house as well. And in ours, Frankenstein is dead. And the the werewolf like shoves her hand through his chest and pulls it back. It's like an animatronic thing. And in Hollywood, he's like a full-fledged, like he's like a full-fledged come at you. He's alive. And I was like, Frankenstein. I was so happy to see him. He's my favorite. I love Frankenstein. I collect copies of the book just to be close to him. I blame Herman Munster, honestly, because Herman is like my dream dad. You know how like when you were a kid, you had like dream parents? Herman Munster was my dream dad. Yeah. Anyway, enough about my shit. Let's do some tarot. Let's do emails. All right. I had one. Oh, I think I had it right here. Here we go. All right, let's see. This is from Claire. Dear Madam, if you ever need a break, we would love to welcome you to Scotland. Bitch, I would love to go to Scotland. My God. She writes, I feel like I'm at a crossroads in my life. My son is in need of help, but has distanced himself from me. He's in a toxic relationship, and I don't get to see him or my grandchildren. I miss them so much. And his tarot advice is always welcome. Thank you for your time. I love catching your videos, Claire. Thank you, Claire. Very kind of you. I don't know what the deal is with people lately, but or if there's just like a lot of generational trauma that's being broken nowadays, but this is not the first, second, or third time I've heard about this happening for people, that people are knowing that their children are going through something, but they pulled away. They kind of had to pull away. So first things first, we have to respect that. We have to respect their choices and know that we can't make anyone do anything. You know, you can't make them call you. You can't make them want to participate in your life. You can't make them do anything. We have to understand that your son is doing what he thinks is best and right now. Everyone is doing what they think is best and right. So your son is doing the same. So we have to try to wrap our heads around that it's probably not even about you. You know, you're a casualty in the process. You're close to the blast radius here, you know, but we have to respect the fact that everyone is doing what they think is best and right. So, and real love is about honoring that, honestly. So express, if you need to get something off your chest, if you need to reach out in some way, I would say that it's a gesture, a message of like, hey, I know you don't want it. I know if you wanted to talk to me, you would, but like, I'm here. And then back off. You know what I mean? Like one last time to be like, listen, I don't know what the fuck, but vulnerably, I understand and I'm here. And you just back off. and you deal with it on your own and you kick and scream in silence by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you need to do to get through that, but you can't control them and you have to let them come to you. You can't help people that don't want help. Ooh, she flew out of here. Queen of Wands energy. This is my travel deck. This is the Empyrean Tarot, the smaller travel guy. Empyrean Tarot by Threads of Fate. Sovereign is what we call Queen in this deck. So Queen of Wands energy. Make moves in silence. Don't seek permission from other people to know how or where. Validation, basically. Don't talk to me and then go to someone else and be like, what do you think I should do? Like, bitch. Get it together. You asked, take the advice or do something. You know, you got to make your move in silence. You're being looked after. You're being protected. You'll be fine. But do what you need to do. But do it without influence of other people telling you what you should do. Maybe not even me. Fuck. Why is this here? Yeah, the sun, joy, optimism, positivity. You deserve to be happy. You do. And if we're blocking that for some reason or somehow by not taking actions, and the common answer I get is I took actions, I've reached out. Okay, well, like, let's do it one last time and be like, listen, I'm not going to keep doing this. I need closure. I deserve to be happy too. So I have to move past this now. You know, you can't keep holding a candle for that. So make a move in silence, do what you need to do one last time because you deserve to be happy. How do we handle this? Page of Swords energy. You change your mindset. You change the way you've been communicating. If you've been communicating, if you've been reaching out, we have to, and you're not getting anywhere, then you have to try it differently now. You have to try to use different words. A different mind. You need a different mindset so that you can have different words. Okay? I like that one. I hope that resonates. I'm currently working through generational trauma between my parents getting divorced and my mother losing herself after the divorce and reflecting her negative emotions onto me and controlling me. Yes. Oh my God. Preaching to the choir. Honestly, you're not alone in that. It's a hard thing having to grieve the parents that you deserved, you know, the parents that you wish you had, the parents that you thought were going to be a certain way for you and simply were not. That's kind of what you're grieving. This is an older email from like July, so I'm not really worried about this person seeing this or not. I'm not sure if you will, but this is from a Quinn P. They write, so I've been speaking with someone for a few months now. Months, mind you, months. We have both expressed our mutual love for one another. Great. That's fantastic. So we've been seeing each other for a few months. We've said the I love yous. My question is, have the stars aligned for us? What does that mean? I feel so much love for him, and he's expressed wanting to spend our lives together. We just have yet to meet up in person. Oh. No. We met through a mutual chat group. Thank you. So what does that mean? What do we think that means? Have the stars aligned for us? What does that mean? What are we looking for? What do you want from me exactly? I'm unclear on what that means. You haven't met in person. For real, could be a catfish for all you know. You might need Neve from the show to help you with that. Ooh, girl, I'm glad you asked me and not someone else, because they'd be like, yeah, the stars have a line for you. This is your soulmate, your twin flame. Blah, 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 blah. No. No. Oh my God. What do we think that means though, chat? Like, have the stars aligned for us? What does that mean? That is this destiny? Is this fate? What, and for, like, it's just an interesting turn of phrase, you know, an interesting way of putting things. Have the stars aligned for us? Like, if they align, they just align. It's not for you. You know what I mean? It's like, has the sun finally come out for us? Like, it just rises, babe. You know what I mean? She wants to know if it's real. She's not old enough to be dating. That's what I think. I think it's someone that's quite young. Sounds like spiritual bypassing, dressed up in flowery language. Ooh, yes, ma'am, Pam. I think she means, is it true love, maybe? Broken people looking for answers that they don't want to face. A bit delusional. I mean, it's interesting. Here's what I've learned, okay? It is very, again, people, I think people are fascinating. It is safer to believe this online dating months relationships. And I think it's so funny because I've been speaking with someone for a few months now. They didn't say I've been seeing them because they haven't seen them or met them at all. So it's just, you know, meeting online. So, but which is fine. There's a lot of great relationships where people meet each other online. But it feels safer to do this online stuff because you're in your own home, you're in your own reality. It feels safer to to do this than to go out there and meet someone in person and possibly be embarrassed or get shut down or have the there's less humiliation involved if you are doing cyber dating. There's less humiliation involved. So it feels safer. Does that make sense? Like, that's how I feel about it, you know? Like, even I just, even if I were single now, like, apps would be for hookups for me, and I would seek out meaningful relationships in places that I am physically. You know what I mean? So, have the stars aligned for us? Like, what song is that from? What song is that from? Do you know what? See, and it's no surprise. There's no surprise that I don't like romance novels. Oh, big surprise. Madam Adam thinks The Notebook is stupid and I don't do love readings. Do you know what I mean? Like, good golly. Big surprise. Madam Adam doesn't like romance novels and young adult dragon sex fantasy. Big surprise. Oh, big surprise. Madam Adam doesn't like A Quart of Wine and Cheeses or whatever it's called. Oh, God. All right. Well, for Quinn, and I love tarot. Here's why. For Quinn, my friend, is have the stars aligned. Two of Swords energy. We have to be logical about these feelings. Leave your feelings out of it. But like, what's the logical truth here? You haven't even met up and they want to spend the rest of their life with you. Like, it's giving Beauty and the Beast. It's giving Stockholm. Like, we don't want that. Why is this here? Good judgment. You need to separate the facts from the feelings. This is not something viable that we can fuck with. An Eight of Cups energy, we need to move on from this. So yeah, no, this doesn't make logical sense, this thing. So it's a big no for me, sweetheart. It's a no for me, dog. All right. Um, alcohol is truth serum. Yes, it is. Good to see you guys as well. I'm open to taking some reads from the chat if anybody has a question for me or anything. Ooh, I like that, Aaron. Experience all 4 seasons around someone. Yes. Like before you commit and like before you agree to be around them for the rest of your life, you should know them for all through all 4 seasons. Like that's perfection. I love that. Yes, Aaron, go for it. Talk to me. We're having a good live. I'm enjoying myself. Got my coffee going. I've got my travel stones. I have all my travel witch kit, which is a black Lenormand deck for funsies, and my stones. I've got a blue goldstone heart. It's blue goldstone. It's hard to see, but there's like, oh, there it is. That's great. The shimmer that you can see on that. That's blue goldstone. Yeah. A little malachite palm stone, some amethyst, clear quartz, classic. I've got a little moonstone, peach selenite opposed to regular selenite. If regular selenite is like a hot shower for cleansing, then peach selenite is like a warm bath. And then I have another little clear or just a quartz guy for fun. My lucky coin and my pentagram coin as well. Those are my travel stones. Trying to find a new career. Happy birthday, Miss Ree. Trying to find a new career, leaving a toxic job soon. So what should I focus on while I search? Yes. All right. Yes, don't forget to like the live if you're enjoying yourself. It helps me out a lot. All right. Let's see, Aaron. What should we focus on while we search? 8 of Pentacles energy, your consistency, the strength that comes from your consistency. Make sure that you're seeking out jobs in things that you're willing to work at, you know, places that you're willing to do the work. 9 of Pentacles as well. Indulge yourself. 8 of Wands. Know when it's the right place, right time. This is going to be over quick for you. This lull, the seeking period is going to be over very soon. So 8 of Pentacles energy again, the things that you're willing to work hard on. Focus on your commitment to consistency. Nine of Pentacles energy. Set yourself up for success. Indulge. It's kind of like if you celebrate yourself, you leave room for more celebration. If you spend a little money on you, I really feel that it comes back anyway, you know? it comes back anyway. Yeah. So, right place, right time energy approaches. 8 of Wands. It's like it's about your mindset, right? So if you indulge in yourself, if you know that you are successful because you can see it in your bank account, right? Money spent on you is an investment. I fully agree. It's like it's if you can see it in your bank account that you are abundant and successful now, then you know how to make money. So it reasons that if you want to indulge a little bit and treat yourself to a little something something, then you know how to return that tenfold to you, you know? So, yeah. I hope that makes sense. All right, let's go back up the chat a little bit so I can read some of these questions you guys have. You're welcome. Thank you for being here and hanging out. I always feel better when giving to others. I feel shame and guilt when I give to me, honestly. Well, that's okay. That's your brain being programmed a certain way through your self-experience um or a coping mechanism in some ways. I felt that way for a long time. Um until I realized that no matter how much when you aren't worth anything to anyone other than what you have given, that's really yeah. Um People pleasing, yes. Um some people's life are a curse, not a gift. That's not true. Everyone's life is an opportunity. No one's life is a curse. That's a lack of self-awareness. And I don't and everyone's life is an opportunity, you know? And it does feel good to give to others, but giving to others and expecting a return of that energy without speaking so or letting people know that you have a want and need, you're not allowed to get upset if you're not getting something that you don't even ask for, you know? So there's no one's life is a curse. Everyone is an opportunity to choose how they handle their free will. Um, you can't make people do anything. Been screaming, praying, begging. Okay, we don't beg. That's the thing. We don't beg. We don't, honey, you are being, wait, I don't know exactly what we're even talking about. This is all kind of cryptic. Um, and you're typing one sentence really fast, back to back to back. So I just been screaming, praying, begging beyond asked and was ignored. By who? Who ignored you? Who ignored you? What are you talking about? and professional help is in order. Like, I suggest a therapist if you don't already have one. Um, no, I'm genuinely asking. Like, you brought this up in a chat. Like, I'm trying to help. I'm trying to everyone in my life, everyone, every single person in your life, you've asked every person you are a therapist, so then you know you know then that you need to seek out someone else to help you through this. If you are a therapist, you should be able, you know what I mean? Everyone, let's not speak in infinitives. Everyone in your life. Don't be so ridiculous with that. Like, I have me. Sweetheart, there are people in this chat that probably care. I care. You're talking to me. I'm giving you attention and talking to you. Don't everyone. I'm a person. I'm here. I'm talking to you. Even your son. Well, that's the thing. You cannot control other people. You cannot control it. It's not about you. It's about them. And you have taught people that you are an endless vessel of give. So you don't beg. We don't do desperate energy. Like, you don't, it doesn't matter people physically in your life or not. There are people virtually in your life as well. Like, not trying to control just to love. Right. So you are loving people in a way that you think they need to be loved. That's not up to you. That's not your decision. You have to love people in the way that they want to love, you know, and the way that they view it. You have to be humble enough in your, it sounds like martyrdom, honestly. It sounds like martyrdom, and it's begging, screaming, praying. It sounds like drama. It sounds like you're flailing instead of sitting still. Don't apologize. I'm trying to help you. You don't need to ask for forgiveness. You apologize too much. Like, I'm just being honest with you. So you girl, you're flailing, you know? You need to ground yourself back to you. You need to find a channel of real generosity that people will appreciate it, not somewhere that, well, this, I do all this stuff for them. Maybe they didn't even fucking ask for that, you know? So this is not a sharing center. This is Dear Madam. This is where I give advice. This is where I read tarot and give advice to people. So you're getting it. You cannot control other people. You use a lot of desperate language about, see, even that. Oh, okay, sorry, babe. Why are you victimizing yourself? You're the victim in your whole story. So, and I understand that life sucks and things happen, and there's a lot of trauma, there's a lot of negative attached to that, but especially if you are a therapist, you know that this takes time. You know that this takes time. It's a process, and you have to seek out help from the avenues. You have to seek out help from the avenues that are available to you. You have to seek out help from the systems that are in place to help you. Therapists, you've asked everyone. I highly doubt that. This is about your reaction. You're choosing this, especially if you're aware of a habit. Especially if you're aware of a habit, you're aware of all of this, then continuing to do it is a fucking choice. You're choosing it. So it's up to you to catch yourself, choose something else. You can't make people want you. You can't make people need you. You can't make people return whatever you're putting out for them. You can't make anyone do anything, you know? It's up to you. The devil card is the mirror, and that's what I am, the mirror. Before you go and seek out this divine intervention from spirit. You have to have divine intervention with you. So all you can control is how you react. And right now, you are in a three-walled corner. You're in a cul-de-sac, banging your fists against brick walls, screaming, crying. So I'm hoping that can turn you around and face you the other way. And maybe we're tired, maybe we're tired, maybe we're frustrated, maybe we're over it, and we don't want to have to do more because you already feel like you're doing enough because you're doing it the way you do it. And, it's not negative, it's not bad, but it's literally the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. I thought you were a therapist. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you need to know you're be accountable for your own shit. Like, who's gonna want to take advice from you? Who's gonna feel good around you if you don't feel good about yourself? You know, I need a therapist. I need meds. If I want to be the best me, to be the most honest I can be with people and do my job to the best of my ability, I need to be good up here. It's not whimsical. It's not woo woo. It's not wishy washy. It's life and it's reality. It's practicality. It's awareness. It's accountability. Yeah. So, sorry, not sorry if you don't like it or if you're bothered with the way I put things and the way I engage with people, but you put it in a chat, which is in a public place, and I'm doing a thing where I read tarot and give advice. This is free, so I don't owe you a goddamn thing, but I hope that the honesty is enough to kind of snap you the fuck out of it. But the guilt you feel about taking care of yourself is a trauma response, babe. What I did is I made a list of all of the things that I bought, or I buy so many fucking books. Dustin told me that that the only thing that he's not going to ever feel bad about me buying is books. And I was like, brother, you just fucking fuck up. Come on, girl. So I buy books to spend my self-care time with me. Um, and I have too many and I feel guilty about my time, so I don't spend as much of it. So I made a list of those things, all those books, those video games, those anime that I haven't finished. And when I have the time, when I set the time aside and when I have it, I go to that list and I cross something off that list, you know? Um, yeah. I'm telling you, it is really enlightening to know and to really be in. Maybe it's because I'm in a lot of. I mean, I'm a unique hybrid of mental situations. Like, the situations in my life uniquely have kind of made my thought process and the math of how I engage with other people a certain way. I really don't have a problem with people coming in and out of my life. I don't really have a problem um with transition and change. I really don't have a problem with it. I'm not super materialistic. I love material giving. I like to buy things and go shopping, but I'm not attached to it. I'm an army brat, so I moved every 4 years. So change was normal for me. And the unique traumas that I've got have made a lot of my relationships transactional in a way that keeps me safe, you know? So understanding over a long period of time that people are worried about themselves, everybody is focused on them, and they have their own want, their own need. And if I just mind my business and focus on my thing and not care if someone was like today, I couldn't tell you if the old couple in the downstairs buffet, if they were staring at me because of uh something physical about me, or you know, if they just were judging me because of my nails, because I painted nails, or because of my leg tattoo. I don't know. What were you staring at me for? But it doesn't fucking matter. You know? It doesn't matter. I was minding my business, and not caring about what they think frees me up to enjoy myself. You know? It's a conscious switch that I flip in my head to be in a public setting where I might be uncomfortable, and be like, well, I don't have to care about, if I remove the care from them, then I get to be happier. So I just flip the switch, and I'm like, what do I want to do here? What I like to spend my time here, you know? Um Miss Ree, birthday energy, yes? Happy birthday. A birthday question. I'd love to. Normally, I would say, bitch, I'm not a Baskin Robbins, but these are free reads, so I'd love to. Thank you guys for spending time with me. I feel like this is a pretty fun live. I need to learn that switch part. You gotta catch yourself in the moment, girl. You have to be enough in your head to like catch yourself and be like, fuck. Hi, it's Ari, the kid with the dad. I don't know. What? Sorry. What's your question? Called in 2 weeks ago. Oh, yeah. Epic. Thank you for calling in. Yeah, I don't have the phone with me. I didn't bring it to do the calls and the text in, so I'm so sorry. But yeah, what's your question, my love? What do the cards have in store? Just a good birthday read? Yeah? Just a general? Cool. Oh, thank you, Ashley. I appreciate you. Whatever works. Yes, let's just see what we've got today. Knight of Swords energy. Fantastic. Knight of Swords energy is about you remembering that you were unstoppable. And sometimes you just need to say what you need to say. If you're feeling attacked, if you're feeling like people are coming at you, speak up. Six of Swords energy. The cliche card of the deck. It's less about the destination and more about the journey. Think about the things you're taking with you, your words, your mindset, the way you carry yourself through this world mentally. Handling this is King of Swords energy. So it looks as though we need to be more logical, less emotional, more logical in the coming year of your life. A full fucking sword spread. Nothing but air. Nothing but air signs. So, speak your piece. Speak your truth. You know what this whole spread is giving? It's giving you don't owe anyone anything but truth and kindness. That's all you owe them. But you have to be honest and kind with yourself first. And that's how I operate. That's one of the many things I do with myself. And that's, someone said they're working on, Ashley said that they're working on checking those thoughts and they're getting there. Yes. So it's literally you catch yourself when you're uncomfortable. I catch myself like being like, fuck, I don't like this. Okay, wait a minute. Am I being honest with myself being here? Am I being kind to myself? Would it be kinder if I weren't here? How can I be kinder to myself if I want to stay here? You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, catch yourself when you're uncomfortable. Alicia, yeah, you got a question for sure. I got a few minutes. And then Mary, I'll get to you as well. Maybe the old couple recognized you and watched you on social media as well. I don't think so. They gave me the look was stank. It was, you know what I mean? Oh, Ree, I think your dad's spirit is always with you. Especially in conflict. The 5 of Swords just kind of popped out at me a bit. Especially when you're in conflict, he's with you. Your gifts are having hiccups. Just curious maybe why. Okay. Maybe there's something astrological with that. I'm not really hip to the astrology part of things. Miss Ree, whenever you're in conflict, like I said, it's like he's there to give you strength, if that helps. The Fool. I don't know. It's like you have to yeet yourself into something else. 10 of Cups energy. 3 of Cups energy. Okay. Well, that's fun, Alicia. Do you read your own tarot? The Fool, leap of faith, fresh start, new beginning, taking a chance, yeeting yourself into something else you don't read. Okay, that's fine. 10 of Cups energy, emotional abundance. It's like you don't really need it right now. And 3 of Cups energy, if you want to get over the hiccups, it's like magic works better in groups. You know, magic works better with coven. Gifts work better with more people. So maybe the hiccups are just like, you're good. You don't need this right now. Things are going well. So are things going well? Jalen, you read good. I'm so glad. Iffy at best. Well, 10 of Cups energy suggests emotional abundance. You know, emotional abundance. It's not about money, job, tangible things. It's about how having those things is supposed to make you feel. You know? Hi, honey. Is it important to know your moon, rising, and sun sign? Your sun sign is the month you were born under. Your moon, I think of it like, I mean, yes, it is beneficial to know your chart. It can be beneficial to knowing a bit more about you. Yeah. Mary, you had you wanted a general read, right? You're welcome. Thank you, Alicia. Focus for the week. What should we focus on? Ooh, girl, that 10 of Swords energy. Mm-hmm. 10 of Swords. We can focus on you pulling other people's truths out of it. Is there a past thing that we're kind of dragging into the present? So it sounds like um we can focus on you protecting yourself from these negative, intrusive thoughts. The world, yeah. Something comes to a close and a new thing approaches. Six of Wands energy. The advice for you is to rely on community, good community. Learn to be alone in a crowd. Learn to own the truths that you feel. To focus on them in a crowd. You know. We care too much about what people think, so we have to make sure that you surround yourself with the right people. And if you're forced to be around certain people, that you are at least aware of yourself and your truths are louder. Make sense? Yes, you're very welcome. Thank you for being here. Let's get some more likes up in here, please. Thanks, Mary. Maven Love. Thank you, friends. People asking if they can donate or tip. I don't really have a method right now of tipping. I mean, I guess my Cash App is Madam Adam 3. So that's an option, I suppose. Is Monday happening this week? I believe so. I fly home today. I'm just killing time. So I'm 3 hours behind, right? From EST, from Eastern time. So my Sunday Night Live is 8 p.m. Eastern, which is only 5 p.m. Pacific. So my flight I don't board my flight until 11 o'clock, you know? So I'm going to have time to do that. And then I get home at like 5 a.m., 4 or 5 a.m. Pacific, which is going to be 8 a.m. Eastern, which is when Dustin's picking me up from the airport. And then I'm going to crash and then probably get up and do my 9 p.m. live. So yeah, I should be able to. I should be able to. And if not, people are always really understanding, and I'll let you guys know. I'll put it in my story if I decide to skip it. But I want to. I want to do it because I've got Spooky Empire this weekend, so my live schedule is going to be kind of fucked up again. Do you enjoy reading Stephen King? What's your favorite book by him? If so, yeah, I do. I do enjoy Stephen King. I mean, the first one that comes to mind, if I had a favorite, it's probably It. I really love It. I think it's a great story. Oh, wow. Jet lag. Stay safe, both of you. It's just me. Not somebody requesting $20 from me on Cash App. This happens all the time. You're reading Misery. Very cool. Yeah, I know there's another storm coming, but it's not supposed to do anything for us until for Florida until like Tuesday or Wednesday. So I should be fine. Jasmine, would it be possible to get some clarifying cards? Yeah. I've gotten the Ace of Wands 4 times in the past week and not sure what to do with that in the next week. Well, what does that mean to you? What is the Ace of Wands? You're a reader. You got cards. Jasmine, what does that Ace of Wands mean to you? What do you think that card represents? I'd love to pull some clarifying cards, but I want to get your input as much as possible because it's your cards, your read, right? Basically, I want to collaborate with you and not just tell you what I've got. I want to collab, you know, and like 2 readers together. Recently started a tarot Instagram and also started to reignite my relationship with my boyfriend. We're fixing shit. Okay. Because all I kept hearing in my head was light the candles, light the candles, light the candles, light the candles. So, does that mean anything to you? And Jasmine, do you have your deck in front of you by chance? I don't know if you have access to them if you're out and about or something. We used to do that almost every night, but don't anymore. Was thinking about it. Yeah, fix that. Light the candles. You do. Okay. So I'm not going to do a goddamn thing. I want you to do it. So Jasmine, what I want you to do is shuffle your deck. And then, and this is something anyone can do. If you have a stalker card, as we call it, you have a stalker card, Jasmine. Your Ace of Wands is a stalker card. So it's been stalking you, girl, like Michael Myers. But I want you to do this. I want you to shuffle your deck really well. And then I want you to flip it over, like, so you can see the images. And I want you to go looking for your Ace of Wands. You're going to take the card that comes before it and after it. So you have a 3-card spread. Okay. So it's the card before it, the Ace of Wands, and then the card after it. Shuffle your deck really well and go look for that card. Flip it over so you can see the pictures and go looking for that Ace of Wands. And then you tell me in the chat what the 3-card spread is with your Ace of Wands in the center. And then we'll talk about it. This is something that I teach in my classes as well. This is a fun method that I teach, a spread that I like to use for myself. Especially if you have a card that is that you feel represents you or your deity, something like that. If you're looking for a message from your deity, if it's symbolically the Empress, you could go look for the Empress and take the card before and after. And it's my general what, why, and how. You know, the card before is basically what's the message? What am I supposed to do with this shit? And then the after card is the action or the advice or the how we handle it or the outcome or what we predict for you, basically, with the pattern that we're building. Because again, remember, prediction, my friends, is just pattern recognition. That's all it is. So tarot is a great way to to look at your patterns, you know? So, Jasmine, let me know when you've got it what your 3 card is with your Ace of Wands in the middle there. Let's see. Yeah. It's a good way. It's a fun spread to build for yourself. Yes. Yes, Trey. The fundraiser for the Trevor Project is still on my Instagram, I think. Let me double check. Yes, it show is. It certainly is. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the love. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget on my website, madamadam.com, you can get cameos that are just $22 currently. You can check out the live schedule private sessions. My private sessions are very, very limited right now. So get in while you can. I'm very busy this month. Okay, Tower, Ace of Wands, Page of Cups. Okay, girl. Okay. All right, shit. Well, the Tower, we know, is a long overdue change that needs to take place, that's going to take place, whether we like it or not. So Jasmine. Oh, I'm sorry, Boomy. This was Jasmine's question in particular, but thank you for doing the exercise. I think that's fab. So the card before is the blockage, or what the message is, right? So the tower, what this Ace of Wands means for you is the Tower. Because you have a tower moment approaching, or that you're in right now. The Tower is long overdue change that has to happen and is gonna happen. It's abrasive but not negative. The longer you wait, the taller the tower, the harder the fall. The Tower is always giving like lifestyle change, by way of divorce, retirement, school starting, changing careers, moving, big, having a kid or something, big lifestyle changes that we're under right now. So, especially with you starting a bunch of new passion projects and getting back into an old relationship, you've crumbled your old norms. So, we need new norms now. You know what I mean? You're welcome, Boomy. Thank you. So yeah, it's to me, it's a sign that like we've demolished the old you and your old systems and old norms, and now we've got new norms, new things that we're seeking. But it has to start small with a single candle, a single flame. And then the card after, how do you handle all of this going into this new week, as you said? It's that, what was it? Page of Cups. You trust your intuition. You trust what you're learning from your tarot Instagram. You trust what you're learning from yourself, from your emotional truths, from your emotional self. You trust that. You trust how you feel. You use your intuition. Does that make sense? I hope so. Boomy, Page of Wands before, Three of Wands after. Yeah, a whole wand spread for you. Boomy, I wonder what passionate spiritual journey you're on right now. Good, Jasmine. I'm so glad. She said pulling these was just what I needed. Thank you. I've been stuck in a loop thinking about it. Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you can do this on your own now. You know, you can use that system on your own. Do I use this for myself all the time? How often it would be good to check in on this pull? As often as you need. I do it whenever it comes to me. When instead of doing a general read for myself for the day, I will, be like, "Bitch, I want to know about this specific thing," and I'll find the card that represents that to me. So, Boomy, yeah, you started back into music. Fantastic. Um, uh, 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 it's a rekindling of an old passion for you. This is the time to get nostalgic, to think about maybe there's something about music that, or maybe is the music is the thing that you had to put down, and now you can pick it back up again with fresh perspective. But regardless, it's rekindling an old passion for you. And the Three of Wands is just that now you just need a plan and what you want to do with it. You don't have to do anything right now, but we do need a plan. So that's a good one as well. All wands. Spiritual, passionate, very nice. What are you up to in between this live and the 8 p.m.? Just chilling. Yeah, basically, I'm just gonna chill out here, answer some emails. I've got some small work to do. Play some video games. Good deal. Thanks, Boomy. And don't just take my interpretation of it. The cards are in front of you, so make sure you add your own flavor to what I said. Cal, advice for advancing and deepening your spiritual and tarot practice. Just be consistent in it and make it a part of your daily routine. Find routine in it. That's the best thing I can suggest is finding routine, living with it, living with your cards, living with your practice, making it, wearing it, making it a part of you consistently, deepens it. Oh, there's the Ace of Wands. Blam. We were still talking about this. Fantastic. Ace of Wands energy. You light your own candle. Yeah. Good deal, Cal. I love that you're meditating. Let's see. All right. What's next on the tat list? Hopefully I want to get my leg sleeve touched up. I think just a little bit, just a little touch up. But I want to get my tarot tattoo next. Let's see. Could I get a reading real quick for my work situation? I had an interview for a new job and now I'm overthinking it a lot. Really want this job because I've needed to change jobs for a while. Well, first things first, Ace of Pentacles energy, you need to chill. You need to chill. Take a fucking breath. Get back to simplicity. Ace of Swords energy, tell them that you want it bad. Speak up. And King of Wands energy, lead with passion. there's leadership for you as well, but you need to lead with passion and kind of kick the door in. So it sounds like you need to follow up and express how much you want this, but like also realize you can only control so much. You're welcome, Jasmine. Thank you. I will try. I'll get in touch when I get home or just when I have time. Yeah, you're welcome, T. Thank you. I'm gonna pop off and go get some food. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. This has been a fabulous Dear Madam. Stay tuned for content today. Make sure you check out my socials. I would appreciate a like, a follow, a subscribe. Don't forget to write in for next week if you would like to. And visit my website for the live schedule, private sessions, which are really limited this month. So get in while you can. Cameos are just $22. Merch, Maven merch. Get some merch that is designed by Trey, the fabulous Sweet Strange Heart. And I will be at Spooky Empire this coming weekend in Orlando, in New York on October 26th at Namaste in the city on West 14th Street. And then I will be in New Jersey and in Woodbridge in early November. So make sure you check out my website for events and conventions that I'm going to be at. I hope to see you there. Thank you all so much. Have a fabulous day. Truth and abundance to all of you. Bye-bye.